Hi there, it's Jesse and Audrey from Blues Radio International, and we are proud to bring you another premiere from the Pinetop Perkins Foundation, this time featuring David Julia.
The Pinetop Perkins Foundation provides blues music education from top blues musicians from all over the world. Now, the Pinetop Perkins Foundation has taken on a new mission, the Pinetop Assistance League, which provides assistance to the elderly musicians that we love and hold so dear.
Please join Blues Radio International in supporting the Pinetop Assistance League. And now, without further ado, your host, Steady Rollin, Bob Margolin.
One, two, three, four. Hey there, Sally, what did you do?
Welcome to the Pinetop Perkins Playing It Forward virtual concert series. Hi, my name is Bob Margolin. Pinetop was born in 1913. We were in Muddy Waters' band together, him on piano, me on guitar, in the 1970s. He was the oldest and I was the youngest, but we were friends and played often together until Pinetop left us at the age of 97 in 2011. I'm a charter board member of the Pinetop Perkins Foundation. It's founded on the mission, Pinetop's Wishes, to provide encouragement and support to young people at the beginning of their musical career and to help provide care and safety for elderly musicians at the twilight of their career. Our foundation is excited that this new series will showcase our young Pinetop Perkins Masterclass alumni and instructors as they play it forward to help fund the second pillar of our mission, which we call PAL. The Pinetop Assistance League provides care and safety for elderly musicians who need financial help beyond our love and appreciation. During these extraordinary times, PAL has already provided funding for numerous emergency situations where money was required to bring relief to an artist in an unforeseen and urgent need. The gratitude from these artists is both humbling and inspiring. To make a contribution, please click on the donate button on this Facebook page. All monies raised will go toward funding PAL, Pinetop Assistance League, and tipping the musicians for their musical contribution. Thank you. Now sit back and enjoy. The blues bug bit David Julia when he was just about 12 years old. Since then, he has been honing his skills with workshops, music camps, and playing the blues at every opportunity. David released his first recording at age 15 and has been consistently playing shows around the country ever since. November 30th, 2018, 4 days after his 18th birthday, David released his second recording, Inspired, produced by Mike Zito for the Viztone label. This young man chose the title Inspired as a tribute to the legends of the past and those who have taught, mentored, and befriended him along his musical journey. A Pinetop Perkins Masterclass alumni, David credits the Pinetop Perkins Foundation along with the Blues Foundation's Generation Blues for guiding him down his blues path. I met David when he was 13 at a raw Chicago blues guitar workshop I led at Jorma Kaukkanen's Fur Peace Ranch. David inspired me and the class to try different musical approaches and led us there with his playing. I told him he was the life of the party. In the Pinetop Masterclass workshops, he delivered that same spark. Now he has been a special guest with my band, and I've been one for his. Prepare to be moved by David Julia.
Thought you would be there for me, baby. Till the end of time. Thought I had a chance. So Lord said you would be there. Every step of the way. You said you wouldn't break my heart like the others. We were making some way. Thought I had a chance. So Lord, you said you'd be there. Every step of the way. Oh, empty promises, baby.
Hey, thank you all so much for checking out my rendition of Michael Burks' Empty Promises. I would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone a part of the Pinetop Perkins Foundation. I proudly recognize myself as a Pinetop alumni. I would greatly appreciate any donations, and in the words of Bob Margolin, Pinetop Perkins' goal was to provide encouragement and support for young musicians in the beginning of their career, and care and support for the elderly musicians at the twilight of their career. It is now our time as young musicians to play it forward. Thank you all so much.
Thank y'all so much. We got the David Julia Band.
Baby, please come home. Left me standing now, I'm all alone.
Thank you for tuning in to this special presentation of David Julia playing it forward for the Pinetop Assistance League. We hope that you are as inspired as we are to help the Pinetop Perkins Foundation with their critical new mission to help the elderly musicians that we love and hold so dear. Please find more information in the video description below on how you can help the Pinetop Perkins Foundation and the Pinetop Assistance League. Now, stay tuned for a very special question and answer session with Jesse Finkelstein, myself, and David Julia. From us at Blues Radio International, we look forward to seeing you again very soon.
On Blues Radio International, Audrey and Jesse continuing our viral, antiviral world tour. And this time we're stopping in Claremont, Florida, near Orlando, with our friend David Julia. Hi, David.
Hey, how are you guys?
Awesome.
It's great to be with you. And we've enjoyed spending time watching you play live over the years. This is going to be a very different experience for us. We can't wait to share this with the world, though, because you're someone who brings a lot of positive energy to the music you play. How did you get into music and get started with all this?
Well, I started in a family band. I mean, we weren't like the Jackson 5, you know. We're not out doing gigs or anything, but it was a really genius idea by my parents to keep the kids at home by having karaoke nights and having just kind of like a bond of music, you know. So I was playing drums at the age of 4, 5, and 6, and then when I turned 6 is when I picked up the guitar. But in that time, my sister Jessica, she would play bass, drums, or guitar. My dad would play bass, drums, or guitar, and my brother played drums. So everybody kind of could do, you know, everything. And then there was my mom and my other sister Vanessa, and they weren't really how do I put this nicely? They weren't musically inclined, but they could dance. So, you know, they did that. They did all that stuff, you know. But they loved karaoke night just like the rest of us, you know. So that's really how I started. And then everybody moved out. They had their own lives. I'm just by 10 years. So I was the baby. And when I started gigging, I was about 10 is when I started doing regular gigs every weekend, you know.
Well, it's been great to hear your advancement through the years and the different things that you play. Everyone wants to learn from the source, and none of us can go learn from Muddy Waters or Reverend Gary Davis today. But you're one of the people I know who's actually learned from the people who learned from those giants of our music. And you've learned from two of the giants of contemporary blues and acoustic music, Bob Margolin and Jorma Kaukonen. Can you tell us a little bit about what each of them taught you?
Well, Bob taught me the beauty of not necessarily playing everything. Bob always appreciated my creativity. When I was at Fur Peace Branch, Bob called me the life of the party. You know, I was always trying to like do different things, you know, try new stuff. But there's a certain simplicity to playing blues. But that simplicity is also magical. That's what a lot of people get mistaken about it. A lot of people think blues is such an easy genre. Well, pick up a guitar and entertain a crowd of people with just your guitar. Play some Chicago blues, and that's when you'll realize how hard it is. How you have to play with such, rhythm and such such power to captivate an audience, And then when you start including other people, like a drummer and a bass player, they also have to be a part of that, They also have to be powerful in their playing, but not that powerful doesn't mean loud. Powerful means that message that they're sending. If you're playing Sweet Home Chicago, you got to play it. You got to play it right. You got to play that. You got to play that shuffle right. You got to make people move. That's the beauty about blues, and that's the beauty about what Bob taught me, and then Yorma taught me that putting creativity on top of that is also magical. So if you can make people move, and then also put your own stamp on it, you're what you call an artist, and that's what I've been working for.
But I really wanted to talk to you about the cadence of your music has changed. The last time I saw you at the Funky Biscuit, your songs were the same, but they had a different feel to them. Do you want to explain that a little bit?
Yeah. Okay. So that's an amazing question. So when I try and cover a tune, I put my stamp on it. I have to make this different. It doesn't have to be genius. It doesn't need to be, something Mozart would have done. But it definitely needs to be, at least David Julia, right? However, David Julia is evolving. David Julia yesterday to David Julia tomorrow is going to be, two different people. Because when I get an idea, I want to include it, because I'm sharing a piece of me along with everybody in the crowd, whether it's a Facebook live stream or if it's a live show at a venue. Yes. But I'm always sharing a piece of me, and that's why I love music. And everybody in my band has the same idea. We're all sharing a piece of each other, so we're all going to make something different. If you go to my shows, you're probably going to hear the same songs, not in the same order, but you're probably going to hear the same songs. That's just what happens. But no two shows are going to be the same. I can guarantee that. Absolutely not. No two shows will ever be the same, because how I feel about going about a solo, how I feel about going about singing it, it's just going to be different. And that's what I love, is listening back or listening in the moment of, and seeing how the drummer plays this, how the keyboard player plays, something. It just has to be different, and it has to be true. It has to be magical.
Yeah, I've definitely noticed a transition, and I personally think it's fantastic. I feel like you've definitely sort of found a groove, a cadence to be in, and your band definitely carries it well. Bye, David. We love you. We'll be in touch.
Let me know if you guys need anything, and I'll be here.
Okay.
All right,
yeah, the
honey.
audio is
We'll
great.
talk to you later. Bye.
Guys, see you.